Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, coming at you with another interesting video today. Now, I am going to open this up by saying that we are not strangers to the poison that comes out of the mouths of bigoted and hateful Christians. The Christians that claim that they are morally superior. We see it on the news, we see it online, and we see it everywhere else. This garbage, this homophobia, if you will, that Christianity promotes, is like the plague. It spreads all over this nation like there is no tomorrow, and it saddens me to see people being influenced by this morally bankrupt religion. This story that I have for you guys today is another prime example of how some Christians lack the ability to have compassion for their fellow human beings. This story is also another prime example of how some Christians do not care about the laws of this land. They do not care about the Constitution of the United States at all. Now, I will say that I have talked about these types of things a lot on my channel. However, I want to continue talking about these issues because I think that as many people as possible need to be aware of what Christianity has to offer, which is nothing, by the way. So let's get into this. In 2014, not long after courts declared West Virginia's ban on same sex marriage unconstitutional, Samantha Brookover and Amanda Abramovich went to the Gilmer County Courthouse to obtain their marriage certificate. But the clerk pulled a Kim Davis even before Kim Davis and flat out refused to process their application. So they waited. Months after the Supreme Court legalized marriage equality, they went back to the same courthouse, this time with their families, to get their certificate and celebrate with their loved ones. They ran into the same clerk and things didn't go any better. When we asked her for a marriage license, she began shouting at us that we are an abomination. She yelled that our desire to marry was wrong and that she believed that God would deal with us in time. We asked her to stop, and she told us that she has a religious right to talk this way to us. In the end, she processed our marriage application, but not before we were left shaking and in tears. When we complained to the county clerk about this abusive behavior, she defended it and said that any future same sex couples seeking to marry would receive the same treatment or worse. Now, I'm going to put it to you bigoted Christians this way, and I hope that you have the brain capacity to understand what I am saying here. You bigoted Christians do not have the right to talk to people like this, especially when you are working for the government in some sort of manner. I know that this makes you bigoted assholes out there feel good, but it doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. It's not the moral thing to do. What I'm about to say is something that I have said many times. Keep your Christian propaganda to yourselves and do what you were hired to do. Now, if you can't handle that, then maybe that job isn't for you. None of you have the right to treat people this way. These women have every right to be happy together, whether you like it or not. Plain and simple. These are the facts, and you guys, you bigoted Christians, need to realize that. Now, Brookover and Abramovich aren't making it up. Yesterday, they filed a lawsuit with the support of Americans United for Separation of Church and State and Fairness West Virginia against Deputy Clerk Debbie Allen, County Clerk Jean Butcher, and Gilmer County. Same-sex couples shouldn't have to run a gauntlet of harassment, religious condemnation, and discrimination in order to realize their dreams of marriage, said the Reverend Barry Lynn, Americans United's executive director. Government officials must apply the law fairly to everyone, regardless of religious beliefs. If these clerks are unable to fulfill their duties, they shouldn't work in a government office. West Virginia is a place that's known for its hospitality and its adherence to the Golden Rule, to treat others as you'd like to be treated. The behavior of the Gilmer County clerks violates those values by perpetuating fear and intimidation in our community, said Andrew Snyder, Executive Director of Fairness West Virginia, the statewide LGBT advocacy organization that is serving as co counsel on the case. LGBT couples in Gilmer County and across West Virginia should be free to be themselves when encountering government officials. The complaint itself holds little back in terms of how the couple was affected. When people marry, they often describe the day as the happiest of their lives, but for Amanda and Samantha, their anniversary is a yearly reminder of the pain and humiliation that they suffered on their wedding day. Amanda and Samantha were made to wait some 16 months after their initial lawful application for a marriage license because they were improperly turned away by defendant Allen. Not only did they suffer emotional distress because of the wrongful denial, but during the intervening period, they were denied all the legal as well as emotional benefits of marriage, including benefits and privileges under federal and state law, legal rights to make healthcare decisions, rights for one's spouse, legal rights and presumptions concerning the ability to hold real property, bank accounts, and other property in common, important and valuable rights under West Virginia's estate and intestacy laws, and a host of other privileges under West Virginia family law. I am going to pretty much echo the friendly atheist here, guys, when he says that this is what conservative Christians actually want when they fight for religious freedom. It's not about merely having the right to worship as they please. They already have that. It's about putting other people down in the name of their God and discriminating with no regard for the law. Now, bottom line, guys, it's all about Christianity for these sick and twisted people. They want to have the ability to discriminate and to shove their religious values down the throats of other people. That is all that they are about. It's sickening. The sad part about all of this, guys, is the fact that there are religious people in Washington right now enabling these bigots by creating laws that would benefit them and them alone. Is that right? No, it's not, and it never will be. These Christians really don't care if others suffer. We know this. That is why they are more than willing to steal everything from other people every chance that they can actually get. They are known for this, and they are not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. They want it all. They have to be stopped. Bottom line.